Good afternoon. My name is Peter Knox. I'm the Deputy Principal for Academic Affairs at Hekima University College. Every year the students in both of our faculties, Peace Studies and Theology, organize a joint symposium. That's where we look at a topic together from the theological perspective and from the perspective of peace studies and international relations. This is to help us to try to do cross-disciplinary studies, cross-disciplinary understanding of a particular topic. This year we're looking especially at the topic of migration, the history of migration, for example, as it has been in the Bible in the Old Testament, and then the history of migration in the present, how it contributes to instability, maybe to social unrest, how migration is prompted by various different social crises in different countries. And we're going to look at the current migration crisis from Africa to Europe, the resistance to migration, which is being expressed in many countries like the United States at the moment. We're going to look at why Africa is producing so many migrants. We're going to look at how migrants are received or not received. For example, the xenophobic attacks in South Africa. We're also going to discuss with one another how best to settle migrants and to integrate them into the welcoming community. Is it really good to keep them in camps far away from the cities, as we do in many countries in Africa, or do we try to integrate them, as South Africa should be doing, or is trying to do, in the cities and with normal urban populations? The symposium is always a time of quite intense debate, often a fair amount of disagreement, but by listening to each other from our different perspectives, we develop a multidisciplinary approach and we begin to understand a topic as other people see it differently to us. We have ordinary people with ordinary everyday experiences, so that will be migrants and people in receiving countries, but we also have a fair amount of discussion about what's going on the world scene in the academic world. So I invite you to come and join us. I think you'll find it 3 very stimulating days. I think you'll find it broadens your mind and your understanding and hopefully your welcoming of migrants and refugees among you, your communities, in your country. It'll be an interesting time. Launch a couple of books, one by Father Magesa, Professor Magesa, who's a professor here at Hekima College, his review of the Second Vatican Council, and then we'll present again a book published by the former principal of Hekima College, Dr. Roberto Agbon-Kiamege. His book will be on the Church We Want, and there are many lecturers at Hekima who have made contributions to this book. It'll be a stimulating book launch event. There will be a book table where various books will be on show and display and sale, and we invite you to bring a few hundred shillings in your pocket as well, because the books will be at reduced prices. Please come, you're very welcome.
I climbed a mountain, not knowing that I had thought it was just a road from A to B.